has been on the bucket list for a couple of years now for me. Just the fact that it's my first international event that I've shot. I have been to the Cairns round of Crankworx a few times now. It's quite a big milestone for me. For it to be quite an elite event as well, Crankworx, that is the staple in my mind. I think as creatives, we all kind of doubt our own abilities at different times. It feels good to kind of just get it done and be there and be involved. Day one was huge. I landed in Auckland at around 1 a.m. It was about a 3-hour drive from Auckland to Rotorua. So I'd pretty much driven through the night. I slept in a McDonald's car park. I couldn't even tell you where. I think those are the moments that I have the most fond memories of though. The times where you just got to make it happen. It's not luxurious. Sleeping in a car, I don't know where I am, in a different country. They're not always the most enjoyable at the time, but they're usually the moments that I look back on with the most fondness. Weather was unreal on day one. I think we were all kind of like pretty excited just to be on course. The athletes kept it relatively chill. Obviously their first session. The course hadn't changed at all from maybe the previous 2 years. Overall the vibes are high for day one. We're all stoked to get into it. Riders got a few good sessions on course and we're looking forward to a big week. Day two is when things started to turn. The unfortunate nature of outdoor sports and mountain biking in general is that we're exposed to the elements. And with the cyclone just off the coast of Australia, New Zealand was copping it as well. The riders kind of did what they could to entertain themselves, but there was no practice at all on day two. We kind of just waited around. We just all had fingers crossed, hoping for better weather in the days to come. Day three is when the panic starts to set in. There's meant to be a format change with Crankworx this year, and by tomorrow the guys are meant to be ready to throw down a qualifying run. But in reality, most of the riders have done little more than a few warm-up sessions on day one. At this point, there's a whole bunch of riders meetings. They're trying to figure out a schedule that's going to work. They essentially needed to run qualifying so that they could fit the program into the TV slot. And with little to no practice time, running qualifying tomorrow is not going to be a viable option. While this was all going down though, I caught up with Caroline at Rotorua. It was kind of sweet chatting with everyone at the shop and catching up with a few of the guys at Wrap as well. And to be honest, I was pretty glad to be out of the wind. It was getting pretty fatiguing at this point. Day four was a little bit of a mad scramble. We finally have some good weather. All of the media and all of the riders are trying to make up for lost time. And it's all a little bit chaotic at this point. On the bright side, the riders did get in some decent sessions. I think they ran 3 practice sessions, but it is a pretty heavy day to cram that much riding all into a single day and still be in good shape to ride a competition tomorrow. Comp days finally rolled around, and after what has seemed like an absolute whirlwind of a week, with schedule changes, with format changes, everything that's kind of happened in the last week has all led to this moment. We've been blessed with good weather again. It never ceases to amaze me what these riders are capable of doing, even with such little amount of practice. They've laid down their bases beforehand, but a lot of the tricks that you see in the final competition run don't get thrown down until that run. Every time I see it, it's like I've seen it for the first time again.
Why won't you leave?